Welcome to Church Everywhere. I'm Marty.
And I'm Nathan. Thank you for bringing the church into this room.
You're welcome. You know, it's one of my favorite sayings at Northland.
Mine too. You know, I was actually thinking about sayings and mottos the other day. Do you have a favorite?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. I mean, they're not my insurance company, but I like that idea of being someone's neighbors when you're in a tough time.
You know, my family actually has a motto.
What is it?
Everybody makes mistakes.
Okay, so I grew up with a family motto too, but it's a little different than yours.
What was that?
Ours was perfect. It's all we're ever after.
Okay, so that definitely sounds different. But I think that they're actually rooted in the same thing, that there's an ideal in life.
And that maybe we're not quite there.
But it's where all of us are aiming for.
Okay, I can see that.
You know, the tension between that ideal and perfection and the mistakes of life, I think is something all of us deal with probably every day.
Yeah, we can actually see that in this clip from Les Mis, where Jean Valjean comes across his nemesis, Inspector Javert. Javert is in a noose, staring at death when Jean Valjean comes up to him. Check out what happens next.
Eyes forward! Eyes to the roofs! Eyes to the roofs!
Thank you, monsieur.
Give me no thanks, monsieur. There's something you can do.
If it is in my power,
Give me the spy, Javert. Let me take care of him.
do what you have to do. The man belongs to you.
No. We meet again.
You've hungered for this all your life. Take your revenge. How right you should kill with a knife.
Get out of here.
Don't understand.
Clear out of here.
Once a thief, forever a thief. What you want, you always steal. You would trade your life for mine. Yes, Valjean, you want a deal. Shoot me now for all I care. If you let me go, beware. You'll still answer to Javert.
You are wrong. And always have been wrong. I'm a man. No worse than any man. You are free. There are no conditions, no bargains or petitions. There's nothing that I blame you for. You've done your duty, nothing more. If I come out of this alive, you will find me at Rue de la Mamie, number 5. No doubt our paths will cross again.
So that clip ends with Valjean saying their paths would cross again, which is such a crazy thing to say to the guy who's been chasing you and hounding you and making your life miserable for years.
That means Valjean just rescued his tormentor, knowing full well that he'd turn around and start chasing him again.
It's not that Valjean rescued him thinking that things had been reformed, or because he thought the rescue would even fix Javert.
He rescued him because Javert needed rescuing. He helped him because Javert needed help.
He was lost and needed finding.
Even though it was almost a sure bet that he'd just get lost again and need to be rescued again.
You know, this is actually what Jesus did too, and not just in little ways. I mean, think about Judas. Judas was the worst. He's embezzling money, he's harboring treason, and in the midst of that, Jesus loved him. And he kept trying to steer Judas right.
Now, it might sound almost foolish. In fact, it is foolish to rescue people who are just going to turn around and get lost again.
But I think that's why Paul wrote to the Corinthians that the message of the cross will look foolish to the world.
That sort of grace is crazy, right up until it changes lives. You know, that sort of crazy grace changed my life.
Me too. In fact, that kind of grace, loving the lost even when you know they're going to get lost again, and maybe knowing that they're going to hurt you in the process, that's the grace that's changed the life of every person who calls themselves part of the family of God. Every person who's part of the church everywhere.
If you're following Jesus, that's the grace that's changed your life too. Loving the people around us, even when we know they're just going to come back and cause problems again, that's a big part of our job.
We get to reveal grace and hope and love and Jesus to our friends, family, neighbors, and all the people around us, especially when they're in the middle of hard times. Because loving despite their struggles, loving in the midst of their struggles, well, that's the grace that Jesus gave all of us after all.
And don't forget, Jesus was willing to love us and restore us over and over and over again.
So stay strong and love like Jesus.
Remember, you're not just watching online, you're the Everywhere Church, and you're not in this alone. If you need help loving the people in midst of their struggles, you can email me or Nathan.
Connect with us if you need support, and we'll see you again soon for another episode.